Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. Welcome, sim racing fans, to the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series Pro 4 Trucks here on Racecraft TV. Happy that you're with us here on Racecraft TV. Joshua Lee here with the call alongside Josh Edmondson. And Josh, another week, the final week of the iRacing season for these Pro 4 trucks, and everybody is looking forward to seeing what these drivers can do around this racetrack for the final time in this iRacing season.
Yeah, it's going to be a good race. There's a lot of heavy hitters showed up tonight. We got a pretty high strength of field here as qualifying's about to start. I think it was just over 4,000. So yeah, this is going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to it.
4,090 was the official strength of field here for this race. And everybody now getting to the track to make their 2 qualifying laps. And a majority of them now crossing the line to begin their laps. Fairly short lap around the Wild Horse Pass Motorsports Park. Only 4 corners. You can see going over those rollers and into the wide sweeping turn number 2. This track deceptively tricky though, Josh, because I mean a lot of people look at this track, think it's a little simpler than Wild West, but these drivers can tell you it has its own set of complications.
It sure does. It's really tight. It's really tricky, and it's all about momentum, as a lot of these tracks are with these trucks. But holding it really tight on the inside there and not getting too much wheel spin is big. And then also after this turn that you see Bodie going into here, these whoops right here are probably the trickiest part of the track. It's really tough to nail that right and double out. And you see Bodie came up a little short there and the back end kicked up, but you know, you can really get that clean and maybe save a little. Looks like he's on a really good lap though.
He's gonna sweep his way through another one of those sweeping corners. 2 sweeping corners, 2 hairpins on this racetrack. Need to be very careful on how you take those corners. First lap's coming in. William Booth currently on the pole with the 35.599, but there goes Cameron Peterson, 35.443. What a time from the number 1, but it's gonna go fall victim to Zachary Drapekin, who now grabs the lead with a 35.438.
Yeah, Drapkin threw down a heater. That's awesome. And you heard him last week. He was talking about how he needed to practice here, so maybe he went out and did a bunch of practice and got it dialed in. Obviously he's ahead of Cam right now, though. We'll see if it sticks. It looks like it will. His sector times are not looking better, so oh yeah, it's gonna stick. Zach Drapkin.
Ian Lane and Luke Knopp both have not completed their laps. Ian Lane currently on a flyer in that number 7 truck. Going through that dip section, up and over the jump into this hairpin. Very difficult hairpin to get right. As Lane is going to come across the line, a 36 flat on his lap. And he has one more to try and improve on that. Currently ranked in 8th, which is last of the trucks that have taken time. Still 2 minutes left to get those laps in. Luke Knopp is not on the racetrack and is not setting any times, along with Holden Heitruder. So Ian Lane only one on the racetrack, as he is going to put in a 36 flat in the number 7. He will not improve. Actually, will improve 1 spot. Brian Clement now going to fall into 8th. As the final 2 trucks on the grid, Heitruder and Knopp, not on the racetrack. Doesn't look like they'll take any qualifying times.
Oh.
But taking a look at that starting grid, Josh, I mean, just the most dominant trucks
they do
up
have
front.
enough time. Technically, it's only 35-second lap here. Well, if there's they got to be out on the track now, and they're pretty quick actually within the next minute.
Well, the fastest trucks definitely up at the front with Drapekin and Peterson. And even William Booth and Bodie Cryer. I mean, we've been broadcasting this split for the last couple of weeks now, and it's always seems to be those guys up front. And even in the Pro 2 Masters, the Pro 2 League that we host here on Racecraft TV, it's always those drivers that are up at the front. Very familiar names keep climbing up the leaderboard here in the Pro 4s.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you see them in a lot of other leagues and all the official sessions. Those guys definitely are the ones to beat. And their iRating, proves it. You got Cam, who's over 7,000, and you got Bodie, who's over 6, and then William. All those guys got the big iRatings to prove it, too. So it's pretty cool to see them show up and have this big strength of field here. I'm really surprised that Holden and Luke are not putting in laps because this track is really tough to pass on, and that's going to just put a hurt on the start for them. They're going to have to pass a lot of people if they want to finish good. So I'm pretty surprised.
And only 10 laps to do that passing. Very short races here in the Pro 4s. So 10 laps on the docket. Qualifying gonna finish up. And we'll take a look at that full starting grid. It's Zachary Drapekin leading the field to the green flag with Cameron Peterson in second. Down the rest of the grid is William Booth and Bodie Cryer in row 2. Row 3, we'll see Francisco Pena and Keaton Swain. Row 4, Ian Lane and Brian Clement with Luke Knopp and Holden Heitschroeder rounding out the field in the 5th row. 10 trucks, 10 laps to go racing here at Wild Horse Pass. Josh, final thoughts before we go green. Obviously, we know these drivers are they love to use up each other. They love to kind of leave as less room in between each other as possible. We've seen it in the past couple of weeks. We're back at Wild Horse now. You expect more of the same as they go racing?
Yeah, for sure. They're going to have to make any moves in here. It's such a tight track, and everybody's so close in speed. They're going to have to use the doors a little bit. But this is a really good group of guys here. I think it'll stay pretty clean for the most part. It is going to be interesting to see, though, if Zach can get out front and force Cameron to have to pass him. Cameron doesn't get beat very much in a Pro 4, and especially here at Wild Horse, he's really fast. So this is going to be a really, really good race.
Well, everybody making their way onto the grid, just missing a couple of trucks, so that grid time is going to run out.
Holden might not even have made the session. Something might have happened, disconnection or something, but Luke gridded up, so...
Well, Luke Knopp is on the track. He'll be starting in 10th. Talked about a little bit earlier on how tough it is to pass at this racetrack, and it sounds like over the driver's chat, I do have one ear with the driver's chat on, and it sounded like he had some issues with his computer, a little bit of setup trouble, so he could not get on the track. Just unfortunate that in sim racing, it's so realistic, but down to that hardware that you have, it can make or break your race, and it already pretty much broke Luke Knopp's race before we even go green.
Yeah, that's equivalent to an engine failure or something in real life. It's stuff that just is unforeseen. You don't, want it to happen. It just happens sometimes, and nothing you can really do about it. So that really is unfortunate for Holden. That sucks, man. He's a really fast driver and really could have put on a show here coming through the field, him and Luke. I'm looking for Luke to pass some guys here too. If you remember the last one we did here, Luke was right on Cameron most of the race and had good speed. So I think he's going to make some moves and come through the field a little bit.
Already one truck is over Cameron Peterson, and that is Zachary Drapekin. You can see him there on the inside. He will be leading the field to this green flag. The iRacing Pace truck will make its way into pit road after those rollers up ahead, as 9 race trucks get ready to go racing here at Wild Horse Pass. They make their way now over those tricky rollers that throw you right into this long turn 4. And we are ready to go racing here in the Lucas Oil Off-Road Racing Series Pro 4 trucks on iRacing. And we are green flag racing here on Racecraft TV, side by side, heading into turn number 1, Drapekin and Peterson. Drapekin tries to slide up, but he's going to have the 4 car on the inside. That's William Booth. Now Cameron Peterson gets out to an early lead. They're side by side for second. That's Cryer on the outside trying to take it over. And here comes the number 10 of Francisco Pena with a huge bump to William Booth to move him out of the way.
Yeah, he got really aggressive in that corner. William's not going to like that. He's definitely going to give it back to him. Looks like he just did there. And William up making maybe a move on Zach here. Bodie got clean into second. These guys better keep up with him here. Oh, no.
Whoa. That's the 3 car of Keaton Swain into the catch fence.
That's unfortunate. Your truck gets stuck up there. You have to tow. That's a big bummer for Keaton Swain.
Looking back at the replay, he was side by side with Francisco Pena.
Oh,
it just
man.
goes right into the barrier, or the catch fence rather, just coming off of that jump, got a little cattywampus, and into the catch fence he went. But back up to the race for the lead. It's Cameron Peterson out front with Cryer ahead of Drapekin, Booth, and Pena. That is your top 5. Luke Knopp, we talked about him starting at tail end of the field. He's already up 3 spots from where he originally started, now in that one truck trying to work on the Tana Francesco.
Yeah, Luke already making some moves. He has to make them quick. This race is not very long. We're already 3 laps in here. He's going to have to get a little aggressive. You can see him trying to
work that outside. Trying to work the lines. Nobody else is working, and he's going for the crossover here on Penna. Not able to get enough momentum to get by.
Yeah, he's just following close, but also not following. You can't pass if you follow, you know. And if Francesco makes a mistake, you need to not be right behind him to hit him. You need to be able to go around him. So it's smart driving. Looks like, oh, got caught up with him. There was the mistake. Now he's going to get to the inside.
He's going to be able to go side by side as they go through the dip. Knopp on the inside. They're going to make a little bit of door-to-door contact as Knopp tries to get that traction in, but he's not going to get enough. Penna going to keep that 5th spot. Knopp desperate now. More contact on the back bumper.
Yeah. Oh. Another little mistake there from Penna.
Luke Knopp just following so closely behind. Just cannot get that momentum to get by. You can see he gets to the inside, just not able to put the traction down.
Yeah, it's really tough to pass if they're protecting the inside like Penn has been doing. And he gives up the inside there because he knows he has the inside in the next corner here. So it's pretty smart driving on him, but you know, it's holding Luke up. He's definitely got the speed to be up there and catching William and those guys. He needs to make a move and get around him right away. This might be it. He gets to the inside. Yeah, he's starting to run out of patience, I think, with him, and going to have to move him out of the way here.
And he's getting pushed now back into the 9 of Brian Clement. And we know Clement doesn't want to slow down. He's going to try and get past both of them if he can. But Knopp just trying to make that crossover move work wherever he can, going high and then dipping right into the inside, trying to use some of that momentum he gets on corner entry, but he's just not getting enough of it. And you can see him getting to the bumper, but not able to go anywhere else. Gotta give props where props are due to Francesco Penna, doing a great job defending here as we go on to 5 laps to go.
Yep,
sorry, 4 laps to go.
Yeah, over halfway. Oh, there's a slide job by Luke. Can he make it stick? He does.
He
nice
got
move.
it.
Yep, slid right in front of him, gave him no other option. Now he's got to protect the inside here. You know Francesco's going to hit him. Oh, yeah, he's going back. He's aggressive. Oh, but Luke's going to have the inside possibly in this next corner, which is an important one here because you can really set yourself up to go through the rollers and make that pass stick. Looks like he did.
And he's
going
to do that. Luke Knopp now going to take over P5. He'll move his way into the top 5. Now here comes Francesco Penna. Will he be able to make a move back? Update you on the gaps up front. Right now, Cameron Peterson still leads. 2 seconds back is Brody Cryer. 2 more seconds back is Zachary Drapkin. And a total of 5 seconds behind Cameron Peterson is William Booth. And you can see Booth and Drapkin both fighting up ahead of Luke Knopp as he tries to get as many more positions as he can, but coming at 2 to go this time by. Clement's now going to try and work on Francesco Penna. He's going to get up on that apron. He's going to try and go for the crossover. Here he goes to the inside of Penna.
Yeah, he's trying to make a move, and also Williams trying to get around Zach here. This is going to be a tight... Oh, no! Zach's flipped over. That is not good. Try and see what happened here. Oh, he got cross-threaded, and... Man, that is unfortunate.
Well, Drapkin was able to keep on going. That's how durable these trucks really are. But here comes Luke Knopp. Now he sees an opportunity to try and go into 4th. Can he make something more happen out of this top 5? He still has to worry about Penna behind, but the white flag is out. One more final time around Wild Horse Pass, and here comes Knopp to the inside. He tries to get it. He's right on the bumper. He's going to use up the entire track surface. Oh, more contact! Knopp all over the back bumper of Zachary Drapkin. 2 more turns.
Yep,
as Peterson will take the win. Cryer going to come home 2nd. William Booth in 3rd, but here's the battle for 4th. Can Knopp make something happen? Through the final corner, Knopp on the inside, Drapkin outside. Zachary Drapkin takes 4th, but Knopp in 5th.
Yeah, good run through the field for Luke, but disappointing for Zach to get a pole and end up back there. That's definitely not what he wanted, but it's a tough task to beat Cameron. So he put up a good fight. He beat him in the qualifying. That's a huge step right there. So definitely hats off to him for that.
Full race results here from Wild Horse Pass. Cameron Peterson victorious here in the Pro 4 trucks with Bodie Cryer in second. William Booth in third. Zachary Drapkin fourth. Luke Knopp in fifth. Francesco Penna in sixth. Brian Clement in seventh. Coming home eighth is Ian Lane. Ninth, Keaton Swain. And Holden Heitcher is ending in 10th. 10 laps down. He did not start this race. So we now have post-race interviews here on Racecraft TV. Your winner now joining us here in the booth, Cameron Peterson. Cameron, welcome to the Racecraft TV booth. What a race from you here in Wild Horse.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get the jump there. Lucky enough that Zach went on green and not on his own. If he went on his own, he probably would have pulled from me, and they would have been in battle. But no, that outside line prevailed in the first corner, and just try to hit my marks the rest of the race. And I don't think my setup works very good in the fresh tracks, but it seems to hook up a little better in the Warrior track at the second half of the race there. So should have put in a better qualifying effort. I was running 35 O's, 35 1s in practice before the session started. So got some work to do with the setup, but came out on top, and that's what matters.
Now we know you're so strong when it comes to these pro trucks out here on the dirt road section of iRacing. But when you get out in front, what is your main goal? Is it to just log those laps and get that 10-lap count down, or is it just to try and run pretty much qualifying laps all the way around and keep getting faster?
Yeah, it's just adapting to the track pretty much. If there's someone hot on my tail, I'll change my line a little bit. I'll probably go in a bit shallower and try to take their line away from them, take their speed away from them. And but yeah, if I'm out there by myself, ahead of the group, it's pretty much just qualifying laps, hitting my marks, and just trying to be smooth as possible, really.
Anybody else you would like to thank here on Racecraft TV?
Absolutely, you guys for putting this on. Gives these series a lot more participation, and it's not often that we get more than 30 cars or 30 drivers in these Pro 4 sessions. So thanks to that. To the guys on the Jim Beaver Esports team, Fistful of Bourbon, General Tire, Polaris Razor, Vision Wheel, Rigid Industries, Dirtfish, GSP, XTV Axles, Gibson Performance, Ocronis, and Saint Racing Fabrication. And yeah, have a good night. So on to the next one.
Cameron Peterson victorious here at Wild Horse Pass. And Josh, final thoughts on this race as we cap off the season 4 of 2020 for iRacing, and we head into season 1 2021. A lot of new stuff in the updates, a brand new schedule for these Pro 4 trucks. What are you expecting as we go through next season, a full season of Pro 4 Masters here on Racecraft TV?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've had a good group of guys show up here so far, and we're going to have this 1 week off with the week 13 in between, and then hopefully, all these guys show up every Monday, and we make this a ritual here and get these high-strength of field races, because I really enjoyed that. That was an awesome race. It was cool to watch Luke come through the field, cool to watch all the battling there with Francesco and those guys, and yeah, I'm stoked to see some more.
Well, we thank you all for tuning in here on Racecraft TV. Tune in 2 weeks' time, 9 p.m. Eastern time here on Racecraft TV. We will have the first week and the first round of the Pro 4 Masters for iRacing Season 1 2021. For Josh Edmondson, I am Joshua Lee. Thank you for tuning in, and we are saying good night from Wild Horse.